good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all. Welcome to another London session live stream. We're going to get here right into action, guys. We have a few setups here forming for both pairs. So I've been looking at this, even with the news in effect, the CPI news that just, crossed into about an hour ago. Good morning. Good morning. It's good to see you guys. Let's see how many viewers we can get today, but let's get right to action, guys. We got a setup right here. So this was a setup yesterday. We got this, we captured this, and now we got this setup forming. And you can see now on this, we got the two touches here. So one, two, and two. And now we're looking for the drop here. So we're going to wait for a push above this area right here before we can take the sells here. And this range here is approximately 50, 60 pips. So it's a decent size amount of pips here. Let's go ahead and create some sell stops here. So GJ sell stops. Again, I'm not entering yet. I'm just going to wait out for this. Let's go right here. So this is the London opening candle here. We do see this other range here as well. We see the smaller range in fact as well. So the 25, 26 pips. So I think even a 1 to 2 here would be pretty even here. So you can see a 1 to 1, 2, 2. Yeah, I'm looking for a break above as price has reached above that. At that point, I wouldn't mind taking the sells. So somewhere along the lines of 182,700. But I need a break above that area. $182,700. And again, it could roll back here, guys, but I won't be taking that just because, again, did not give me enough gap above this. It was 3 pips above the potential entry, and we have, reached above that previously. Look at the price here. We've reached about 8 to 10 pips above that. So this could range in this area right here. It's 20, 25 pips plus. But I'm going to be waiting out for price to reach above, to break above that area for me to consider these sell stops here. So let me wait out. It could come right back and then push right back up. There is a non-wick. The previous 5-minute candle has no bottom wick, so it can come right down there before it comes right back up again. On the other hand, USD CAD was a little sloppy here, and then we got this setup forming, which is you could see the 1 to 1 here, and then second touch. It could push down a little lower here as well. We could see the price coming down to this level. So we'll see if price can reach down here as GJ can reach a little higher, right? So both setups have, opposite setups here, which is good for the inverse correlation as well. So we need USD CAD to drop a little bit more before considering this setup, right? I mean, another 10, 11, 12 pips here, right? Again, it doesn't mean that it'll drop. If it pushes up, I mean, this range would be better fit, right? This bottom end right here with the wick as a tap here. But I believe it can reach a little lower here, right, before taking that entry. So let it push down. And then also for GJ, this is a nice 60 pip range here. And looking for a push above here as I look for a push below here. It is a London opening candle here, the first 15-minute candle here. So let's see how the 15-minute closes. But looking for a longer push below here to consider the buy stops on USD CAD. And let's just have an area, where I would like price to break so I can consider the buy stops here. 136,230. I think it's decent. 1.36. What was that? 220 or 230? I think 230 is good. 230. Okay, so we have setups here where we can look for both sides here. Again, I need a push above for GJ. This smaller range right here can be considered, right, with the EMA tab below. So this is a very nice range right here. So let's see, can we get a push above so we can potentially enter these sells? And again, I need a break below here for the USD CAD setups to form as well. So it's looking really nice here. Hopefully we can capture both of these, and this would be a nice one before we can end off today's stream as well, right? Alrighty. So no top wick on the current 5-minute candle and the current 15-minute candle. So I'm not going to rush this entry. And likewise with the USD CAD, looking for a break below here. So I'm wanting USD CAD to push ideally another 10, 11 pips down. Right, it is kind of in this range right here. Good morning. Hopefully we can beat our previous record, right? Previous high record of viewers concurrently, which was, I believe, 14 that was set yesterday. So let's see how we do today. But welcome to everybody. And let's see if we can get some valuable setups here and get a bigger run today because the ranges are larger today. So we do have a smaller range in play right now with GJ, and you can see there's no top wick, so it can certainly come right down here. So what I'll do is for the larger range, I'm looking for the 82,700 zone to cross here with the price above. If GJ comes all the way down here, I'm going to be looking for the buys here. So let's see. And likewise, you can see USD CAD. There's still, you can see that the buying pressure is not valid yet. So it has more ways to come down. USD CAD does as well. And with GJ, I mean, we could get a push down here. There's no top wick, so we certainly know it's going to come right back up. And if it comes all the way down, I'll consider on the shorter end this range right here, right? Which is, I believe, is still valid because we have, look at that. So you can see now how it's ranging in here. So what we can expect here with GJ is it can range here, right? Tap here, cross this, and then look for the buys here to the top here. And then we can do the sells once it crosses that zone. So this is where we're looking for the range within the range. Look at this powerful move here. So I'm going to scale in here and look at this setup here. And likewise, you can see USD CAD, same thing. So USD CAD is looking good for the sells here, right, with the EMA up top. So you can see how accurately it is performing the range in the exact range. And this is so valuable here, right? So we could see a break below here as well. I mean, we got the tap coming up here. Let's look at this range as well. So we can look at the smaller range now and trade the smaller range. So we're going to look for the buys. Again, this is a larger range in play, but we're going to allow the price to dip below. For G to dip below here before we consider the buys on a shorter end here. Let's look at the range here. It's nice, 27, 28 pips. So that's kind of half of the overall range here. So perfectly put. So for me personally, I would like GJ to push down here so I can capture the buys, and then we can look for the overall sells. So I feel like the price will dip below. Look at that strong push here, guys. So I'm going to consider GJ buy stops here at let's see, so it's going to tap the EMA. We're the 15-minute EMA, so it could come down to the 15 as well, but looking to cross the 5 at least before considering the buys here. Let's see, what is it, another 10 pips. So looking for the price to dip below here. What is this right here? I think 450 is good. 182, 450. shall we go 460? Okay, yeah, you know what? Let's go 460. So we'll have a decent amount of distance between the EMA crossing that and then having these buy stop set. Right, so let's look at this setup here and have this ready so we don't have to worry about it. But I think what, 25 pips is decent. Yeah, not expecting for the price to dip all the way here. So it's below this area right here, and look at this area. So I think it's a decent size. Again, normal market conditions. This is, I think, a very powerful setup that we're about to trade here. Of course, if it gets here, but we have the EMA tap here. We can cross into that. And look at USD CAD. Look at this. Nice. So USD CAD sell stops at, push this here. USD CAD sell stops, and I'm looking for a break here. So you can see the current candle has no bottom wick, can reverse in the small range right here. And at the same time, we have GJ no top wick on that candle, and it can push down. So look, everything's working right in line, and we don't have any fundamental events after the CPI news. So hopefully there's no market manipulation today. I'm not hoping for that. It's looking clean. And as long as we have a stop set, we'll be good. So I'm looking for a break above, right? The price to tap the EMA and break above so we can capture the sell stops or enter the sell stops here at 1.36370. Yeah, I think that's good. 1.36370 or 365 is good as well. So 365. Yep. You're looking for the price to push down. Now, if GJ does not push all the way down, then we're gonna aim for price to, reach the 182.720, 730, and try to push across above. Look to the left, and then we can look for the larger setup here in mind here, right? So both ways we have a setup ready, and it's respecting the range either way. Price is respecting the range either way. It does not matter. If it's not fulfilling the smaller range, it's fulfilling the larger range. So no issue at all. And good morning, 14. Yes, I've been there for 2 weeks straight. Perfect. Yeah, so yesterday we did get to that. I believe some of you had mentioned that. So excellent. Love that you guys are coming on here regularly. And again, my schedule is a little off, guys, because I have mentioned I'm working on a few ventures and a few collaborations potentially with the content creation. So pardon me once that is out of the way. Content creations will still be there, but the collaborations and the website launch and everything, and the mentorship launch as well, once everything's out of the way, I believe, we'll have a timely schedule that won't be disrupted, right? So that's that. And here USD CAD is coming here. Let's look at the sells here. So 136,365. Again, I'm still waiting. And we're going to look for the push down here. So 12 pips is decent. And I think, let me look at the 30-minute, 1 hour. So all the EMAs are pretty much right there. Wow, look at that. So, and GJ must be, nope, GJ is not pushing down yet. So there is a non-wick candle up here at 136,386. Oh, wow. Okay. So you know what? I'm going to set this, guys. 136,365. Or let's wait out. Yeah, I just saw the time. So let's wait out for the 5-minute candle here. But I'm going to pretty much set this. If it does break above here, we got the EMA tap right there. Look at all the EMA taps right there. Right in line. So wait for the 5-minute candle. Look at that. Okay, here it comes. So I'm going to slightly push it above. So I think 136,370 is decent. And I am setting these guys 1.36370. right there. So this is set, and we got 12 pips below and 12 pips above. So we crossed and fill that in. All right, here comes USD CAD. Again, GJ still has room here. No top wick here, so it can certainly come back, but can you get a good push down here? Or does it move up here? So 15, 30, 1 hour, 2 hour, everything is being tapped right now. So nearly got tapped here. However, still what? Almost 1 pip. Yeah. I think this is a clean range here. So 136, 370. And now if it continues to push up, I'm going to get a higher setup here. If it indeed does push above. Because the direction seems like it's going to drop here. So GJ now it's, let's see. Does it push above all the way or does it come back down? Let's see here. Okay, USD CAD is attempting to come back down again. Let's see here. So 12 pips on both ends. 1.36370 is the sell stops here. All right, here comes USD CAD. All right, making that push. And we got, what, 3 minutes left to a 30-minute close. And about to be tapped in here, guys. Nope. All right, it's coming down here. Nearly got tapped twice here. Now let's see. Not yet. Look at this. Not yet. 370. So I did mention to you guys, and for anybody joining now, if you guys have awful spreads or just large spreads for each Forex pair, especially USD CAD should have a much lower spread than as opposed to GJ, right? GJ moves a lot. So any pair that has, is a little bit more volatile, that pair will probably have a higher spread. But the catch is if your prop firm that you're trading with or that broker, regulated or unregulated, if the spread is too high, I would adjust the spread as the entry level. So meaning that if you have if this is the sell stop that I'm indicating here, and your spread is, let's say, 2 pips for USD CAD, which is horrible, I would put it 2 pips down here as my entry point, right? So my spread would be the actual entry that I've written here for the buy stops, right? So that's the only catch. Otherwise, I would suggest to find a better prop firm or a better broker for spread because, you don't want to be burned out majority of the time here. All right, so it seems like GJ may not clear the setup here. And if it continues up here, so then this would be voided, the buy stops. But if it does indeed come down here, which is, not too far away. It's what? It was closer when it was down here, but another 16, 17 pips down is pretty doable here, right? And now we got USD CAD floating right above again. So I could look to adjust these sell stops, right? We can also see that this could be the area or target here or here. If it continues to reach above here. But for now, I'm going to place it right back there. Let's see. Yeah, this is how GJ is closing the 30 minutes here. So let's see, does it do a quick push down, or does it continue back up? And then I'm gonna look for the sell stops if it does reach above. And here is USD CAD now. Let's see. Does it continue to push above here temporarily because it's crossing a lot of EMAs right now? Does it continue to push to reach these highs before it pours down and taps us in? Or does it just push down right now, right? So we're going to have to wait and see. If it pushes above, right, if price pushes at these levels here, then I'm going to adjust the range and I'm going to adjust my sell stops together to get a better entry. But nonetheless, if it pushes down here, I'm okay with that. So you can see now 15 minute, 30, pretty much everything, all the higher time frames. 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hours down there. So, all right, here it comes. Here USD CAD comes, guys. Probably will be tapped in on this. So GJ, it seems like it's going to continue pushing up. All right, USD CAD is tapped in, guys. USD CAD is tapped in. So 12 pips on both ends. So it's a 1-to-1. Looking for USD CAD to jump all the way down here, right at the break-even point. And made it on time today. Excellent. So perfect. We did again start a little late here, but nonetheless, let's see how the setups go today. Again, GJ is still uncertain, but USD CAD I've been tapped in. Ooh, did a rejection here. So again, what I'm looking at for USD CAD is possibly creating a larger wick on the upside before pushing right back down. Right, so this has been tapped in. You can see it's pretty much just tapped us in and, you know, went away. Let's see. But again, a lot of EMA taps here. That will be, you know, it'll be hard for USD CAD to avoid and continue to move up. Right, let's see. So nonetheless, we can even put the range above here as it filled in that non-wick candle above here, and now it doesn't have much room. We have a decent, you know, stop loss here because look at over here, it will reach these highs, but we do have the non-wick candle here. But again, we're aiming for USD CAD to push down before it completes a larger range. So looking for the push down here, capture our TP here, and then look for the larger move on the reversal here. So that's why we settled in this range. Now, let's see how it goes here. And likewise with GJ, looking for a strong push down before anticipating the sell stops. But again, if it continues to move above, that's completely fine. We're gonna look for the overall sell stops, which are intended, intended target here initially, but we had the non-wick candle come down here. So we thought maybe this smaller range would be in play. But again, if that's not what it's intending on doing, then no issue. It's still respecting the range, and we're going to wait out for that. So let's see. So here we are in drawdown for about, on USD CAD for about, what is it, 2 pips. Let's see. And here GJ is pushing up. So if it comes back all the way up here, I'm going to avoid these buy stops, but it seems like that will be the case. So I'm going to look at the larger range then. Okay, look at that. So yeah, USD CAD is pushing down and GJ is pushing above. Let's see here. Very interesting. Yeah, GJ is pushing strong above here. So, yep. Gonna avoid the buy stops, remove those, and now we're gonna look at the sells here. And you know, this looks like a better option now. remove that. Look over here. So 182,700, but we need a break above that EMA, or sorry, above the non-wick candle here. And at least I'm looking at 7-8 pips above, right? Because it's a larger range, so we're going to need more breathing room before considering the sell stops. Now, if GJ pushes all the way down here, then the buy stops become a valid option. But I think it has moved drastically high enough. Let's see. So I think at 25, 26 pips is decent. But again, I'm going to wait for GJ to break above and reach these highs on the left before considering the sells here. Likewise, USD CAD is pushing down here, but let's see if it has enough in it to get all the way down there. Right? Can it push all the way down here to get to a low here before buy stops are considered? So these sell stops are actually active right now on USD CAD. And here GJ comes down again. So again, if GJ pushes all the way down here, we're going to consider the buy stops again. All right, so it's okay. Both ways, the range is being respected. So we have an angle on both ends. So that's the beauty of trading the range and understanding the smaller range versus the larger range. So no issue. Look at that, how it's pushing down now. And here is USD CAD. So it has reached the break-even point multiple times here now. And what are we now? How many pips shy are we now? About less than a pip shy now from break-even. We could get a strong push down here. And GJ, same thing. Don't know which direction overall, but as far as, current price, where current price is, but we understand both ways. We have a setup ready to go, ready to fire, and we can capture the whole move of the range. So let's see. Where does it land? On the other hand, USD CAD can push down here. If you look to the left here, yeah, it can certainly come all the way back down here. Let's see. Let's see here. Okay, it seems like GJ may push all the way down again then. Alrighty, let's see. All right, so USD CAD is at break even. Again, this is an active setup right now. USD CAD is kind of just breaking into profit now. So pretty clean setup. I mean, we were tapped in and then it, flourished back up, but just went up 3 pips against us. We have a 12 pip stop loss and a 12 pip TP. So it's a 1-to-1 target here. Before we go for the larger reversal, which has, much more room to push and a larger target than a 1-to-1. But let's see. Can we get a strong push here with the 15-minute, closing in less than 6 minutes? You can look to the left here. The 15 and 30 minute could be a straight push down. But there's a small consolidation zone right here for USD CAD. But again, the 50-minute, if it closes strong, it could push below. There's a 5-minute EMA below as well. So let's see. And again, USD CAD is, GJ is kind of just stuck here, which is kind of right around the middle of this smaller range here. But let's see if it makes a powerful move. Either way, we'll be ready. It's closer to the sell stop area, so that's why I have this option here. But it can certainly push down as there's EMAs below here, 5, 15, and so forth, right? It did not come and fill up this non-wick candle here and break above. So if it continues to push down here now, I'm going to remove this. So I'm just going to keep this as over here just to see if this is the one. But again, our buy stops would be more valid here once it does come down here again. Let's say if it does come down. Here's USD CAD, no bottom wick on the current candle. And, we're 4 minutes away from a 15-minute close. So if that 15-minute close is strong and looking to the left here, you can push all the way down here, right? There's a non-wick candle down here. No bottom wick on that previous 15 and 5-minute candle here. And down here, another 5-minute candle that has no wick, bottom wick. So we can certainly see a strong push in the next, 2, 3, 4 minutes here to close out the 15-minute candle strong. But let's see, is it stuck in this consolidation zone before it floats back down, or does it make that move now before the 15-minute close USD CAD, right? So we're right at the break-even point again. And let's see if we get a strong push here. And here GJ now seems to be pushing down. But let's see nonetheless. Now GJ again is still, it's 13 pips away from the 5-minute EMA, and then I think the 15-minute EMA is right there. So not far off. Now the 15-minute could close strong bearish here on GJ, which again would make the buy stops more valid again, right? So this is the larger range, the sell stops, and the buy stops are the smaller range. So we're trading the range within the range right now. And again, that's, for me personally, I love the fact that when everything lines up, so small range within a larger range and everything's lining up, it's near perfect, right? And a very high accuracy rate that's tradable. Right, so we can get those setups that are tradable here. Let's see, again, USD CAD is still exhausting itself to the upside. There's the EMA taps, but it could create a larger wick. You can see on the left here, another 3 pips above, the previous high here, unless it makes a straight push down here, right? So the 15-minute may not close strong bearish here. Actually, never mind. Never say never. Here we have a strong bearish push here. So we were anticipating this. If we could get there, there was a 5-minute EMA below as well. Now 15-minute candle is closing strong. And again, GJ, now the sell stops look more valid if it continues to push up. But look at that push, guys, from USD CAD. Nice push. May tap and reject the EMA, or may continue to push down. There's non-wick candles or no bottom wicks on 2 candles down here. So if the 50-minute continues all the way down here and fills up that non-wick candle, we could get this whole move and this whole setup complete. Look at that. Nice push. Less than a minute left now. Did anybody enter USD CAD with me? Anybody in the chat? Anybody getting this move as a clean move? Multiple chances to enter. Nice. Okay, perfect. Okay, so a lot of us are in this now. Nice. And again, definitely, if you guys are passing challenges, I would definitely love feedback. If you guys are taking these stream setups here, love the feedback personally. It is really going to help me, improve as well. But nonetheless, excellent. Love that you guys all got in. It was pretty much a clean setup here as well. GJ on the other hand, again, is it's acting slow. But you can see now how if I was only trading GJ, I would have not really gotten something. But because I have the inverse correlation here, I have the advantage. I have the advantage with the inverse correlation and experience and knowledge, and a lot of chart time for the inverse correlated pair. So that's the advantage here that I have with USD CAD, and that's why when the setups are not lining up for the other pair, I may have a setup for one pair, right? And sometimes when everything lines up together perfectly, at that point, both setups can be valid to trade. Now USD CAD is making a pullback here, but again, we could close the hour strong as well here, all the way south here. But let's see, this whole candle right here, this current bullish candle here can exhaust itself and pull, an engulfing, bearish engulfing end all the way down here. I'll let some runners run below here to capture maybe a little bit down here. But this whole bullish candle on the 1 hour here for USD CAD can turn into a bearish engulfing end and continue down. So we do have that possibility, but again, it is, retracing back here. Let's see. Could reject the 5-minute EMA and continue the push down, which would be pretty awesome to see right now because of a strong 15-minute close here. Right, look at that 15-minute close bearish here, but hopefully this candle doesn't push all the way back up here, and we can continue to move down, secure this win here, and if it does come down here, I'm going to be looking to capture more pips down here, maybe down to the bottom end of this larger range, and maybe get half as many more pips from the 12 pips. So from 12 to 18 pips, I'm going to try to secure for USD CAD for a potential 1 to 1.5 risk to reward ratio. But let's see. Nonetheless, we are in profit now. I do want to adjust my stops here, but I don't want to miss out this move here. So now if this comes back down here again, right? If this rejects this 5-minute EMA, comes down here, breaks this this low here, so breaks this low and then comes down and fills up this non-wick candle here, I'm going to adjust my stop loss to break even at that point, right? But you guys are welcome to adjust it anyhow you guys feel. Again, the trade management is what separates each trader, right? Even if we take the same setup, same entries, the trade management aspect is what's going to separate all of us, right, from possibly profitability. So one thing is keying in on the entries, and one thing is how to manage the trade and key in on the exits, right, wherever that may be. Okay. Earn money for the mentorship. Nice, right? So again, I do have great plans on how I want to apply the mentorship. It may be something that may have not been done yet. I don't believe it has, right? Because I truly want everybody to succeed. So we're gonna really, kind of zone in on each individual trader in the mentorship, because I really want everybody to understand the strategy to the fullest and be able to trade on their own, whether that's 5-6 months down the line. Whenever I feel the majority of traders, nearly 80% and above, understand the strategy, and I have a number in mind in terms of how many traders I would like to have this keyed in. At that point, I don't think the mentorship will be needed anymore, right? I think I would have done my job, and then everybody is good to trade on their own. But nonetheless, let's see how USD CAD moves here now to close up the hour here. I've been in GJ since the first pullback, just worried about the 4-hour resistance. Okay. Yeah, so the sell stops, if you are in the sells here, yeah, I can understand here. But I mean, I don't know what GJ, right? Because the 4-hour candle still has another hour to go we could see a push above here. I mean, there's a non-wick candle here. There's a previous high here that has reached. So normally when it's tapping in on, you can see here on the larger range of things, or not much larger, but this range here, you can see that it has moved above here. And since it is caught up in this range over here, we could see GJ push above here, right? And that's what I'm looking for. I will be looking for the buys if it does come down here, as that was the original intention as well. And here comes USD CAD right above here as well. Okay, let's see. So it's going to be an important close for USD CAD, but you can see how accurate this range is right here, right? Which is unfortunately, brings back, the drawdown here for USD CAD because it's caught up in this, and it could create a wick above here. At the same time, we could return bearish here before the close, but it's caught up in this consolidation zone right now. USD CAD is. And that's why I didn't want to adjust my stops too early, because I still feel that it's a nice setup here that we can get all the way down. And once, GJ, let's say it does push back here, now we can get our buy stops ready once it crosses this zone here. Then when this goes up here, we're going to see USD CAD come right back down, right? So let's see. We got less than 9 minutes left now to close off the hour. And does the hour close right where it is, or does it continue down and make a strong push to the downside? Right, looking at the 15-minute candle, you can close all the way up here where the EMAs are. Or this can return bearish down here and get to our target here, right? But GJ now is pushing here, so I can definitely consider the buy stops once, I guess, it pushes this low right here, or 182.530. If it breaks that low, I'll be considering, actually, yep, it's getting there right now. So I'm going to have to go right back to the buy stops again. Yep, it's moving pretty fast. So where's the 15-minute EMA? I'm looking at the 15 here and would like a dip, price to dip below the 5-minute EMA. Let's see, what would it be now? So for maybe 65, 182.465. Yeah, let's see. So gonna have to be patient with this one. If it does not come down here, does not come down and break this low here, maybe tap the 15-minute EMA. Possibly not. There's a 30-minute EMA there as well. And there's a 1 hour down there. Let's see. All right, here is USD CAD now, pushing south again. So again, this will be an important close here. We still have a lot of time to close up the hour. So 7 minutes, a lot of things can happen here for both pairs. So I'm looking for, maybe GJ to push down strong here, break this below this 5-minute EMA, break below this potential range here, and then look for the buys up here. Alrighty. Let's see. All right, so you can see now USD CAD is exhausting itself to the downside, which is great, which could indicate a bearish close here. And again, I don't know if GJ is going to push down here. So I have both setups ready for either pair. And nice retracement that we had in USD CAD, a nice pullback here. So we could have a strong close on the USD CAD pair here in for our direction. So again, I'm looking for that break here for USD CAD. I'm looking for that break down here to the left here, break that here. At that point, I'm going to adjust my stops because I don't want at this point I don't want it to come back. Right? If it does come back, then I'm going to look for a better entry south. But nonetheless, You can see now the reason why I didn't want to close here, because it still was sucked in this area right here, and we could get a pullback, retracement all the way up here and then a pullback, and then we wouldn't be able to get, secure this setup again, since it'd be too close of price to, reaching the break even level and not enough distance for us to set the sell stops again. So that's the reason why. And again, this through experience, through genuine experience, trading that pair, that you could see moves like this. And I think that's a huge advantage, for anybody that's learning the strategy anew. Oh wow, powerful move on USD. Look at this, guys. Look at that. So now it broke that. Has it fully? We have a new 5-minute candle. So let me see, can it break that? There's no bottom wick on GJ here, so we're gonna see now. We got 5 minutes left. We could probably get this full close here, guys. A full push down here. Need a break below that though. It's nearly breaking that, but it hasn't filled that bottom wick of this or non-bottom wick here of this candle. Can we get a strong push? Don't want it to pull back here. Nice push. One more strong push here, and I think it can do the trick. And you can see even on the 1 hour, this whole candle, as I was mentioning earlier, can return bearish here with a bearish engulfing end, which would be amazing to see. And a nice close with a quick setup here to secure here. But I need a break below here for me to consider adjusting the stops, because it still can retrace all the way back. Let's look at GJ here. So GJ is pushing down as well. Nice push. Look at that, guys. Nice. So they break below here, guys. Okay, so now I'm gonna adjust my stops at break even, guys. I'm not gonna allow myself to run into that trap. In fact, I'm going to adjust my stop loss into profit. So let's make it around 3 pips in profit here. So that'll be around 136,340. Right there. All right, so yeah, it did fill up this non-wick candle. Now there's another non-wick candle down here. GJ is still, again, not much from GJ right now. But again, I need a strong 1 hour close here, and we can get a bearish engulfing candle here, which again, I did mention on this stream pretty much 10-15 minutes ago. And look, exactly what it's doing is exactly what I mentioned, and it's working perfectly right now. I mean, we can even look to secure majority of the setup here before the 1 hour close here, because I don't want a 1 hour retracement right back. But if this can close bearish here, it would be nice. But again, I already have my stops in profit right now. But do I want to close out majority right now before the 1 hour close? Or do I want to wait and maybe we'll get another bearish push? But for me personally, I'm going to let it run. I have my stops in profit for this, so this setup is risk-free. And in fact, it's going to be a profitable ending for me for this setup regardless. So I'm satisfied with that. And then I have a larger move in mind, right? Maybe if the hour closes, we could get a continued push down. But I'm looking at the current candle, 1 hour candle, and looking for it to return bearish here again and have that bearish engulfing end down, pushing right down. That'll be great to see. But nonetheless, we'll have to wait and see. Now GJ is pushing down, and we're looking for the buy stops very soon on GJ. So a lot of action happening here. Let's see what happens with USD CAD. If USD CAD does push down here, I'm going to let runners run beyond this level to the higher bottom end of the range here, of the larger range. But if you guys feel like you guys don't want to hold on to the new hour, you guys can go ahead and close. Me personally, I have managed the trade enough for me to be comfortable with the end solution here. I mean, or ending here, whether it tops my stop loss, which is in profit, or it goes and continues down. So you can see GJ now is pushing down as well. So I got to get GJ ready as well. let's see. All right, here's the New York candle, guys. Let's see. So we had a slight bullish ending on the candle, right? So very interesting how that closed up, but let's see. Do we get a push down here? And can USD CAD come down and fill up this non-wick candle right here? And then that would kind of tap into our TP, or does it continue back up? For me, again, I'm satisfied with where the price is, and I don't mind price pushing back to my my stop loss, which is in profit. So I don't mind what USD CAD does here. I'm looking at GJ now for that push down and breaking below the 5-minute EMA to get to the 15-minute EMA potentially, and then looking for the buys. But here's USD CAD. I mean, it definitely has room to push down here, right? It has room, but again, is that what its intention right now? We don't know. It could come and tap the 1-hour EMA all the way up here, or it can continue to move down, looking to the left, and create a larger wick down here. And I'm looking for, again, if it does reach the TP, I'm looking for runners down to this level right here. And then I'll close out and then look for reversals here. It's a nice push from USD CAD. Need a stronger bearish push now. And you can see that there's a non-wick candle down here. But again, it is the new hour opening, right? So we could get retracement back before it pushes it all the way back down. And likewise, that's what GJ is doing as well. So again, secure the profit you guys want. You can even close 50% and let the runners run to maybe stop loss and profit, right? So there's different ways of doing that, right? And that all depends on your appetite of holding on, your understanding of the market, your understanding of the system, your understanding of how the pair is moving in that time frame. So a lot of these things, again, it's your experience and time on the charts. Okay, still a nice push here. So we're about how many pips were we away from TP? We were about 4.5 pips, and now we are about 5.5 pips. Right? If this continues down, right? So I'm looking for USD CAD to fill up this non-bottom wick here of this candle and continue down and pour down to our TP target here, but it is the new hour opening now, so we could get some pullback before it continues to move down. And here GJ is again pushing up again, so could be caught up in this smaller consolidation zone within this this range here. But nonetheless, let's see. We have a new 5-minute candle opening coming up in less than 2 minutes, but yeah, let's see what USD CAD does here. It was a nice break to end off the hour, but again, may tap me in the stop loss here, which is in profit. So I'll be okay, and then I'll look for the larger setup for USD CAD. Yeah, you can see that it could be a strong bullish push here before it comes right back down. And then once it comes back down, I'm looking for it to cross here and then look for the reversals up top to the larger range right there. Right, so this is another nice range here on the larger end of things for USD CAD. So we're trading right now the smaller range, and what I call it range within range here. All right, I think we may have the tap here for my stop loss, again, which is in profit. So it's okay. And this is what the new hour candle can do, right? It can have a pullback before it continues to move down, but I'm not willing for this pullback to reach, my stop loss at break even and then even in drawdown. So if now it does a strong pullback, right? If this, continues all the way up here and then does a pullback, I can consider sells again, but I'm not willing for that, for the pullback to pull me right back in drawdown, especially if we were up that many pips and so forth. So let's see. Here, I believe we're going to get tapped here. And yeah, the 5-minute EMA is right there as well. Okay, yeah. So guys, I'm out of the setup. So this setup was profitable, but I got tapped in profit. And that's where my stop loss was. So this setup is now complete for me. And again, I'm going to wait for it to reach at least the bottom end here or back above to see a reversal again. But for me personally, USD CAD, I'm out of. That was my appetite as far as, it coming back in, not drawdown, but near drawdown. And then I closed out, 3 pips in profit for. So instead of closing the 100% fully at the 12, pip TP, I closed 3 pips in profit out of 12 pips. And let's see, does it reverse at the exact point of, my stop loss here? Or does it continue down here? But nonetheless, that's all good. And GJ now is lining up for a buy stop soon. So let's see. It's about to tap the 5-minute EMA. And then the 30 and everything is lining up as well, right? So it doesn't mean that on the higher time frame you can see. I should probably line it up like this. You can see on the higher time frame, this range right here. This was a setup yesterday at the end that we took that completed TP1. And then now this range right here, we could see GJ come all the way down here as well, pushing down strong as there's a 4-hour candle close coming as well, right? But let's see. Nonetheless, I'll be look at USD CAD now. So you can see now it didn't want to be caught up in such a setup and go right back in drawdown. So satisfied. And now GJ, looking for reversals on GJ here. Let's see here. So the buy stops here. Let's just push the sell stops down here as that's a larger range. We're looking at the small range now. So now what can happen with USD CAD here? So this setup is done here. So I'm just going to push this on the side here. So the setup is done. And now we're looking at potentially USD CAD coming right back up again and then maybe taking that full entry right back again. Let's see. So now here, GJ crossed the 5-minute here, and now I'm looking for the, to break this low here before I can consider these buy stops. So I did mention 465. Oh, should be a buys here. 465. Maybe right to the top here. So about, make it 25 pips. So this is looking really clean. And now USD CAD is lining up for this range again. So we could get the pushback there as well. Now look, GJ is pushing down here now. So this would be a healthy 1-to-1 here as well. Okay, let's see, 465. So 25 pips on both ends. So if we got our stop loss. So again, I'm looking for the push down before I enter the setup here. So I need a push down here because the EMA is very close here. It's about 6-7 pips from where the price is. We could see the price push down here. before that setup here. 2 hour. Let's see where the 4 hour is. Okay, 1 hour. Yeah, so you can see all the EMA taps here. So we could see price push all the way up here. It is kind of caught up in this consolidation zone here as well. Price is for USD CAD right here. It's about 10 pips. So again, I would like to a break above this area for me to consider the sell stops here again on USD CAD. And at the same time, I'm looking at GJ breaking below, tapping the 15, potentially the 30-minute EMA. The 1 hour is right there as well. Look at that. All the EMAs are right south there. So I'm going to wait for a bearish push down here. If it doesn't do it, that's completely fine. If it does do it, I'll be taking that setup. And as far as anybody doing challenges with the streams here, I recommend again for smaller setups, right? For smaller ranges, for 1-to-1 ranges. When you get a nice push, again you can aim to close majority of the profits, right? Because remember, you only have a certain target in mind, and once you complete that, you can move on, right? So even if, let's say, it takes us 15 setups to complete, the 8% target, or I don't know if it's 6%, 8%, 10% target, that's okay. 15 setups, we capture maybe 2 or 3 or 4 setups in a given session. I try to keep it between 1 and 3. Yeah, so even if it takes 14, 15, 16 setups, which we can, get in a matter of 1 week, 1.5 weeks, that's completely fine, right? Even if you don't close 1% all the way, right? So remember that you don't need to just hold on and try to secure the 1% if you feel and understand how price is moving. And if I am doing the analysis live and you guys understand what I'm talking about and how I'm adjusting it, you can take the extra step and try to adjust it as well to your advantage and close maybe. So for example, this USD CAD push, right? I believe we were up. Where was the entry here? Let me just read that. 136.370. So let's say 136.370 right there. So I closed in 3 pips in profit. 3 pips in profit because they hit my stop loss, but 3 was right here. But it went down to what, 7.5, almost 8 pips out of 12 pips, right? So if you get a strong push, and I did mention the hour opening up, right? So when you get a strong push, you can close instead of reaching 100% of the target, which would be 1% overall of your balance. 60, 70% of the close, it's fine, right? That means that instead of having 10 or 8, depending on the percentage for the profit target for the challenge, you may need to double the amount of setups to get there, but that's okay, right? We can reach that within a week and a half, 2 weeks of the streams, and winning a challenge in 2 weeks is better than average. So let's see here again, looking for that push below here before setting these buy stops. Need a 15-minute EMA down there. Is there any questions I didn't answer here? How much would it be? Okay, yeah. So I did talk about the different packages in terms of the mentorship, but through some kind of analysis, online and so forth, I truly feel I don't want to have different packages for different kind of traders. I feel like I just want to keep it in one because of the amount of work that I'm going to put in to help each trader out and put traders in groups, have assistants and moderators as well along with me. I feel like I just want to have it one priced, one package that suits everybody, and everybody's in it for the same goal here, right? So because the reason why I wanted to keep a lower tier package was because some traders just want a swing setup and not having to enter actively on a day-to-day basis. Maybe they only want to enter 2 or 3 times a week, and I had that lower tier package, which again I'll still consider, but I believe I'm going to open up with just one tier 1 package, which will be for the mentorship, and it'll only be just one Discord because I didn't want to mix up, the traders that are just here, just maybe enter a swing and don't really want to actively trade, versus the traders that are really active and really want to, become better traders and trade on their own eventually. So I didn't want to mix those two things up. I feel it's very, very important that I don't, because then my whole mentorship and my whole plan won't work along, right? So if I do really want to actively help each trader and separate them into different groups and have different calls with, that group A, group B, group C separately, if there's a mix of, traders that don't really want to be there and don't really want to actively, pursue trading and just want to kind of be kind of the silent traders, so to speak, where they just want, one setup and that's it. I don't think that's the mentorship that I want to, or the traders that I want to cater to, as far as the mentorship is concerned at this moment. If I have a large majority that want that, then I'll consider that. But for now, I'm going to exclusively, whether I work with 5 traders alone, whether it's 10 traders, 20, 50, 100, I'm happy with that as long as we have the same common goal of becoming better traders. And that way, I can kind of, individualize and understand each trader as well on a personal level, because again, there's some things I'm going to be sharing. And that's one of the other reasons why I rethought about, having just one package alone, is because I'm going to have something, what's called an emergency meeting, where we talk about how we can capitalize on the setups that I will be sharing, and us trading the same prop firms or so forth, right? So again, I don't want to speak too much about that because I don't know who's listening in, right? So I will be verifying each trader as well, that comes into the Discord group, because again, I want to keep it very exclusive. I want to keep it one tier, and it's going to be a 6 to 8 month mentorship where I feel like once you drain the full capacity of understanding the strategy, and you understand the system, and you understand your pair well enough, I think you'll be good enough to trade on your own, right? And that's the goal. And beyond that, again, I mentioned that I plan to go fully private, right? I don't plan on doing this forever. I have other plans as well, but we'll speak on that in the Discord group, in the mentorship. And for the launch, right, because I really want everybody to benefit, for the launch, I'm going to be having a initial promotion for the course as well, a course sale, which will allow for one free month of mentorship as well, right? So it'll allow access, because I truly want everybody to understand the system in its entirety, and for everybody to be following along the same lines, right? So one tier, one package for mentorship, I'm looking at $150 per month. And I feel that that's going to separate, the serious traders versus the non-serious traders. And yeah, so that's kind of the thing there. And again, I'm working on launching all of those things hopefully by the end of the month. Now, we were expecting mid-October, but looking to launch very, very soon. I want the website ready and everything as well. Yeah, so look out for that, guys. I'm really excited to work with all the traders. I feel like even if we can have a hub inside the Discord group and trade privately on a day-to-day basis, I don't mind. YouTube was just a platform for me to show that the system works on a day-to-day basis. We are over 70% profitable, right? 70% of the setups are profitable, right? If you look at the record, you can even go stream to stream and see what the record is for yourself. Everything's public. But all right, guys, we have GJ here. We have USD set up here as well. So I believe we cross into that. So we have enough room here. The 6 to 7 pips. I feel like taking this entry, but this 30-minute EM is right there as well. So again, this could be a straight push down as well, guys. Look at this huge, rejection here on the 4-hour. Look at that wick right there. But has GJ exhausted itself yet? So what I'm going to do, guys, here is I'm going to take the setup, but I'm going to take it at 470 here. So I'm going to adjust the sell stops at 470. So 182, 470. I'm entering these buy stops for GJ. And again, it's going to be 25 pips both ways. So there's a wick here. So again, this is not entered yet. But tap the 15 minute, didn't tap the 30 minute, but tap the 15 minute. Looking at 182, 470 right there. And it's a 25 pip TP at 182, 720 and a 25 pip stop loss at 182, was it 220? All right, here GJ comes. Here it comes. 182, 470 right there. Okay, we may get that push here. Yep, tap the 50-minute EMA really nicely, and now it's coming up. All right, we may get just tapped in, and this may just continue up here. So what a reversal from the 15-minute EMA here. Look at that. Look at that tap. Clean tap, which again I was expecting for the move to push down here. And as expected, and now looking for the price to continue moving up, while USD CAD may continue moving down here. Right, the USD CAD tap the 1 hour EMA? No. It was nearly there. And okay, guys, let me just see. Yep, I'm tapped in on GJ, guys. I'm tapped in at 470. Yep, right there. So here it is. Let's get a strong reversal from the 15-minute EMA, and we can continue to move all the way back up. That'd be really, really nice. So there is a bottom wick on this current candle. Let me just move the text here. Look at that push. Can we get a strong push above that EMA, right? We still have a 5-minute candle that's closing in. But what a nice reversal here. Could have even caught the 465, but I felt this 470 would be safer. But nonetheless, tapped in here, and we could get the full push back up, guys. What a clean push, clean analysis here as well. And if we get the full ride back up, I mean, this is a nice profit target here. It's a safe profit target as well. Again, USD CAD has room to move above here. Maybe go another 3-4 pips. I can consider the sells again to the downside here for USD CAD. Let's see. Let's see how the 5-minute closes here. But when markets again are, moving normally, normal market conditions, strategies, at the highest peak. Doesn't mean that during fundamental events it doesn't work. We've been very profitable during a lot of high impact news throughout the week, but normal market conditions it's strategy is amazing to see, and the way we capture the moves is just amazing. So the whole play here was caught out that we were going to wait for the play to come down. Multiple times it can retrace back into this range, and once they did break down here, we're looking for a break below this end, and we had a 15-minute EMA here. Waited for that, slightly adjusted the buy stop here, enter that, and now we are in the setup here, and look how it's moving, guys. Look at this. And again, USD CAD, I'm looking for a break above here, another 3-4 pips above, right? You can break above here, and then I can consider the sells one more time, and then hopefully that can, get to our target this time. Let's see. But a nice 5-minute close on GJ here could, close above the EMA as well. But I would like a strong close here, which again is doing nice. Look at that. Look at that push, guys. Look at that. Yes. Again, this is a powerful range strategy right in front of you guys. Can't make this up. On a day-to-day basis here, cannot make this up. And I guess USD CAD is going to reverse from that area, so that's okay. already made profit on USD CAD here, but let's take a look at GJ here. Can we get a stronger push here? Here's a new 5-minute candle, no bottom wick here. How many pips are we in profit here? About 6 pips, but we were about 7 pips. Let's see. Does it continue down or does it continue up here? Because we have a 30-minute and a 50-minute close coming here. So we could see this whole candle right here turn bullish here and close somewhere over here, with the next candle potentially moving up above here, right? So if we get a bullish candle that closes in this area around 182,600 zone, this would be really nice. And look at on the 15-minute as well. 15-minute, yeah, 15-minute has a lot of room to move up here. So it's respecting the smaller range here, which is really, really nice. Let's move the sell stops on the side here. And it did break above the 5-minute EMA, but again, does it range within that territory here, this territory right here, right, about 11, 12 pips. And then if it does do that, indeed, it can come down to the 30-minute EMA. But on this 30-minute candle, as we have a 30-minute close coming, we could get GJ. We could get GJ to turn bullish here with a bullish engulfing end on the 30-minute candle and close somewhere over here. At that point, I will set my stop loss to break even. But again, I do feel we are in this range as well. So let's see. If it rejects the 5-minute EMA and reverses here, that'll be perfect. But if it flies past that, is yeah, let's see. How long have you been trading, mate? I've noticed that the profit split certificate is from 2021. Yeah, so I do have 2022 certificates and 2023 certificates as well. But the way I wanted to, if you even look at my YouTube videos, I had stopped content creation, a while back. I had restarted it. So I started it back last year. And I wanted every video to be in chronological order, meaning from, my initial time that I made payouts. I didn't even list some of my first broker payout, which was back in 2020, right? So that was early 2020, I believe March or April 2020. I haven't created a lot of videos because of the fact that when I did start, when I had my largest payout from FTMO, which is back in 2022 of March, I believe. At that point, I created the group and everything. And then months after, I started management, which, if you've been following me in my groups, I have a lot of client payouts, right? I even have a YouTube video out as well. So I have a lot of client payouts that I solely focus on management at that point of clients. And we accumulated over, I think, 300,000 overall. But there are some things that, again, I can't speak on what occurred on some of my accounts because of, I don't know who's watching here, but I'm going to mention what really happened when I figured out what things and denials prop firms will do for my payouts, right? I mentioned to you guys that I had a near 50K payout denied. I can't go into details, but I can show you guys proof in the Discord. So that's why I want to keep that, matter private. And the reason why I'm not going to, divulge in this on a public platform is because I want you guys to understand how prop firms work and why I quit management because of the matter that basically the idea is that they pay out if it's below a certain amount, but then when it's over a certain amount, it gets very, very tricky. And I understand how prop firms work, but I don't want to divulge it in here because I know I don't want it to ruin for everybody else as well, right? So, yes, there's a lot of sketchiness with prop firms, and I am in discussion with some of the prop firms, but I can't. Again, I don't want to make public notice or PSA right now at this time. Maybe at a later time, but I will discuss, all the stuff in the Discord with full proof, by the way, guys. Full proof, a lot of email communications between the prop firms. But yes, I do have a lot of payouts from 2023. Some of the clients now, the issue is that I made manage a lot of accounts for clients, and some clients are they're very confidential and very private, so I can't force them to show the certificates. But I definitely have all the certificates with me, which I believe I can share in the Discord, as some of those members will be in the Discord as well. So you guys can discuss with the members as well openly. And the Discord, again, so Discord is only going to, oh wow, look at this move on GJ, guys. Hold on. Need to secure some profit here or adjust here. So there's no bottom wick on the current candle, guys. And I will, I'm going to adjust myself to break even, guys. I don't want this to come back. There's no bottom wick, however. And we are about, what is this? We are about 12.5 pips. So about halfway there. And there's no bottom wick. And there's a 30-minute candle. It's a new 30-minute candle here. So even though the previous 30-minute candle closed down here, it's a nice push. Look at that push, guys. Nice. And USD CAD is pushing down, so GJ can continue to push above. Look at that nice strong push here. And we could get a strong push. So it tapped the 1 hour EMA here, USD CAD did. And that's what I was looking for the reversal. But let's see. Can we continue up? Okay, the question was 300,000 profit. No, $300,000 profit, not funded accounts. If you want to look at funded, honestly, there's a video online that I show proof that I've passed over 200 or I think 120 challenges, but now I've actually crossed, once I close off management, pretty much 100%. I'm relieving my last few clients, this month and next month, and I completely will close management. But 300,000 in profit, and there's been some denials along the way as well, which again I'll show proof for, but I don't want it to show publicly because I don't want it to ruin it for those clients that may still want to be with that prop firm, right? So if I expose them with the client's information, I don't want it to be on a public platform because it can ruin it for that client and they can be banned from that, let's say, prop firm. So there's reasons why I haven't uploaded some videos of some client payouts. I haven't, uploaded some of the certificates from some clients because of those reasons, as this is still ongoing, right? So we may even get to litigation here, right? Legal matters here. I am in talks with some, traders that are lawyers as well. So we're going to solve that behind the scenes. That's why I can't really put that out there. But yes, unfortunately, I've been denied 50K payouts from big prop firms, which again, I'll speak on in the Discord with full proof. And you guys can make a decision for yourself. At the same time, the Discord again, so it is going to be when the mentorship and website launch, the Discord. So Discord is only going to be for private members that are a part of the mentorship. And if you do purchase the course, which again, I'll put on a sale in a week or so, and that way you get the course, any new content added on the course, plus 1 week or one month of free mentorship, right? So that may be a good getaway into the Discord, but it's going to be completely private. And again, there'll be a price, because if there's no price to it, I can't be talking about all the intricacies and all the details of certain prop firms and tell you guys the exact details of what really goes down and which prop firms to avoid, what I've seen. And there's just a lot of sketchiness, guys. And I just cannot discuss that on a public platform. To be honest, I truly don't care for myself. But just the fact that if I, put the details out of the clients that I had managed, in terms of denials and what sketchiness, they responded back with in terms of, why the denials were and so forth. I don't want the client to be in any harm as well. So that's why I'm going to verify any member that comes to the Discord. I don't want, and that's one of the reasons why I don't want to be in partnership with anybody. I may have a collaboration with a prop firm for the giveaway that I'm going to do. But that collaboration is no compensation for me from the prop firm. I don't even want a discount code that they offer me to offer the community or, free accounts. I just can't take on that responsibility because it can come back on me, right, later down the line. So, got to take payouts and fund exactly, right? Especially with regulations coming in. I spoke about this privately with a lot of my clients, that your best bet is to, get as many payouts and get to funding a personal account, because the future looks a little dark for a lot of prop firms. That's for sure. And nice push, guys, from GJ. And did anybody get into the GJ setup with me? Did anybody get in on GJ? So we got a nice push here. And look at USD CAD. It can come right back down again. But I would like to know, did anybody get on GJ with me? We're about what? Nice. Okay. So you guys got into a lot of profitable setups today. Nice. So we were about what, 18 pips in profit. Now we're about what, 16, 17 pips. We can certainly see it come and fill up the non-wick candle here and expose itself all the way up. And unfortunately, guys, I won't be taking the large setup on the stream today. I think we had one profitable setup, and now we can look at a second profitable setup here before the 4-hour close. If this closes up here, it'll be a nice setup, but I have mentioned the bonus setup here that I'll look for. But again, you need to look at the confluences and understand how far price can come up. Nice. Okay, I see a lot of you guys got in. Excellent. I love to hear that. Of course, now guys, look at where price is right now. There's no bottom wick on this candle down here at 182.540, 548. So we're about 18 pips now. We're about 14 pips. If you guys want to secure some profit, guys, in Telegram, I saw that big wick on GJ yesterday. What happened there? I didn't see it. Yep. So that was the first setup that we took. It looked clean as price did come back and roll around and hit that TP, and I even go beyond that. Where's GJ right here? Okay. So right here, this is the wick that happened. So we were taking the buys over here, and you can see this whole wick. I mean, this is complete. What do you want to call it? A liquidity grab, by the market makers, whether you want to call it manipulation, right? Liquidity grabs are a sort of manipulation. No fundamentals in play. Nothing even low impact. Yeah. Other than that, we can't really, 1 or 2 seconds. Yeah, this is just an abomination here. We couldn't do anything about that, but you can see now that setup would have been clean here because we took that entry again and we hit TP here, right? And so it would have been valid, except if this move didn't happen. We couldn't avoid it. We got the TP, secured TP. In fact, it flew actually all the way above, but of course I didn't hold, didn't want to risk it. Here, GJ is back here again. I got stuck talking here, but I probably would have secured some profit here, but let's see. Does it pull back here? Does it continue up here? Let's see. So guys, I'm not going to allow even GJ to go to the break-even point. So I'm going to close, I think it's right here, about 5 pips in profit here. So GJ 5 pips in profit. I'm not going to allow it to come all the way down to break-even now. So it's too high up for me. And USD CAD, you can see it's kind of ranging in this zone here now. So, but you can see now USD CAD nicely tapped the 1-hour EMA, and look at that. Look how it's going to close up. So that setup will still be valid because our stop loss was, where was our stop loss? Our stop loss was all the way up here. But again, I'd rather secure than allow the price to come back here. But look at this, guys. Just beautiful moves here all together. Both setups, if you guys were still holding, would, I believe, hit TP. And look at GJ here, guys. Amazing movement here. Not going to risk more than the stop loss here. Yep, nice, beautiful push. And it's going to come and fill up that non-candle wick here, which was the original intention. And then break above that. But I'll be closing fully here, guys. I don't want to, risk too much on this. And it's a nice push. I'm considering the sell stops, but again, I won't be on the stream for this, guys. I think we captured, 2 good moves. Again, I'll look for reversals on USD CAD, right, with the larger range. Again, keep those factors and conditions, in mind here when you guys do take the reversals here. Hit your TP. Excellent. There you go. Beautiful. It did not hit my TP yet. I was taking it more safely. Yeah, 20 pips. Yeah, wouldn't be bad because the rejection from the 15-minute EMA was really nice. And but with GJ, the way it moved yesterday and the way we almost got hit by stop loss with the 25, I think 26 pip TP. I kept more room for it, so played it safe here. But nonetheless, it's right above the non-candle wick here. So, yep, excellent. 20 pip stop loss and 20 pip TP. Perfect. Excellent setup, guys. And we're about 22 pips, so 3 pips away. And I think we may just get the push now. And look at USD CAD pushing all the way down. So beautiful setups here, beautiful range here, normal market conditions. And let's see here. What are we at? 23.5 pips. So again, non-candle wick is right at 182.710. And we are right now at 182.700 pretty much. Let's see. Can we get one more strong push here? Otherwise, I am going to close out fully here, guys. I think this is a nice, clean setup here. Look at USD CAD setup. Look at this. So it wouldn't have gone into drawdown, or maybe barely in drawdown here, and right back down, respecting the range. And that's why I was intending on taking the reversal here. Got caught up a little bit of a chat here, but I don't mind chatting with you guys. I would love, in the Discord, I would love for you guys to even be talking as well, for some of the more mature traders, to have an opinion as well once they, understand the system as well. So I love more interaction. I don't want to be talking for hours and hours and just, you guys might get bored from me. But nonetheless, here it is, guys. I may have, again, with the giveaway, guys, I may have a prop firm, a prominent, again, these are top 5, top 10 prop firms that have approached me. We may have a collaboration for a one-time giveaway. And yeah, so they may join the stream soon. Maybe once the giveaway is announced, and maybe once the winners will be announced. But nonetheless, it filled up this non-candle wick, guys, and we are about less than half a pip away here. All right, guys, here's TP. Close fully. And yeah, look for the reversals here. But again, I'm not going to look for reversals yet. There's a 4-hour candle closure coming here. So we could definitely see and anticipate that could come here. But look at that. Completed our full setup here, guys. And yeah, I had a slight drawdown here of like less than a pip though. But nonetheless, I hope everybody, enjoyed both setups today. Unfortunately, I didn't want to hold on for the USD CAD setup to kind of come and draw down here. So secured that profit there. Secured that profit there. Another profitable day, guys. So profitable on Monday, broke even on Tuesday, profitable on Wednesday, right? I may consider the larger setups because they're lining up pretty nicely, but I'm not going to be taking those on the stream, as I mentioned. But I am giving you guys that idea here for both sides. So do consider that. I mean, if that goes through and completes in the next day or so, or even, by the end of the session, by the end of the day here, that would be really, really nice. And I may consider, relaxing for the last 2 days of the week, right? Let's look at some of the fundamentals here. And yeah, we don't really see much. We have something tomorrow that's AUD here. This is all Eastern time, by the way. We have unemployment claims tomorrow morning. And then, yeah, so not much going on. We do have a Friday retail sales. So let's see. Could get the larger moves complete by the end of the day, or maybe into tomorrow. And watching this at my uni. Nice. I've never done that. I was never into trading when I was in uni, but nonetheless, make sure you're still focusing in class. These setups are complete, guys. And again, I love that there's more interaction, guys. I mean, I love to answer questions. I can't open up about everything right now. Again, the reasons are very clear, at least from my side. But I definitely would like, more interaction and building a community of traders, successful traders. It's not that you guys buy a course or you buy the mentorship and, whatever. I send the setups. There's no, helping out. Of course, I know there are some mentorships that are really, really useful. I didn't really find it, when I was, hunting for the right setup and the right system. So I had to spend a lot of alone time, cut off everybody, cut off everything, in terms of strategies, in terms of YouTube, and just dug down on this range aspect here. Understood the markets consolidate. Dug down on what can I find out? How can I trade something where the markets, do the same movement, in terms of a consolidation period, over and over again. If it's happening 75% of the time, how can I capitalize on that 75% of the time and not worry about the breakouts, right? The swing trades or setups. And so, yeah, it took a long time here, but found something that works over and over again. You guys can see how clean the setups were. Some of you guys got no drawdown on GJ, and completed the move. And you can see that even though we kept going from, bouncing from the sell stops happening because price reached above here and then coming down here, we were looking at the sells, and it switched up here again, went back up. And we kind of switched, but you can see the range was still being respected, however, right? So the range was still in play. There's no doubt of the range. And now there is a potential breakup because now this range has successfully completed. But because I'm looking at a 4-hour candle coming here, right? I'm looking at a previous highs here on larger end here. We can even expect a much larger push before the sell stop. So I'm going to be, watching it very safely here and seeing whether I make that move right away or I continue that push down. You can see now USD CAD as well is completing that range here. So that setup would have also been complete. The sell stops here. And then the larger range is also in play as well. So it's working very beautifully. Normal market conditions, no fundamentals in play. We don't need to wait for fundamentals for breakouts and so forth for a lot of strategies that can drag on and still not complete. We're coming here on every single day and we're finding valuable setups and we're getting at least one win, whether to break even or, into profit. And day by day this is going on, right? And this strategy, again, has worked through COVID, the pandemic, through the Ukraine war, through the current war as well, situation in Israel. So this is meaning it's I guess you can call it pandemic proof or war proof. And since I am aware of a lot of different strategies and systems out there, I could tell you that a lot of traders have switched their systems or strategies because, again, since COVID happened, this system or strategy stopped working, or this strategy because of the war, this and that, or different inflation situations, this strategy stopped working. This is safe proof from everything because the markets repeat this over and over again, right? They are building liquidity while the market's in consolidation, but we don't need for any liquidity to enter because the range is still going to apply in normal market conditions. I mean, USD CAD here, again, even if this is not a favorable session, I'm using the inverse correlation, and this setup again gave us that profit today, right? Even before a New York session. So found this, keyed in on it, executed it properly, understood the metrics behind it, understood the analysis behind it, and took advantage of that and still taking advantage. Hope you guys took advantage. A lot of you guys took advantage as well, as I know that you guys have entered and potentially, hopefully, exited GJ, right? Because I don't know how longer it'll push above, but everything worked to the T here. That 15-minute EMA here was just to the T here. Look at this. Look at that reversal here. Got this push down, waited patiently for this push down here, and look at the move here, guys. Even the stream wasn't too long enough. It didn't drag, enough for us to get another 5-6 hour stream. So I'm happy because I can go right back to working on the mentorship launch and the website launch and get everything ready, even the giveaway ready as well. And again, you guys may see some special guests here because one of the prop firm owners may appear on this stream. But that might be just for the announcing the winners of the giveaway. Again, it's going to be a one-off collaboration. It's not going to be a partnership where I have a discount code that I can give you guys. I would love to do that, but right now, again, for me personally, I can't partner up with anybody that I don't have access to their back end and understand how their systems work. Because if any trader, comes to me and says, I trusted you and that's why I bought this prop firms challenge and so forth, and then I can't do anything about it, I don't want to be caught up in that. So I'm going to avoid everything in that regard. But I can definitely, do a one-off collaboration with a prop firm that I trust. And that one-off will be simply just me giving away something and they giving away a free account where, the trader can benefit for free and they're, not paying for anything. So that way I can't lose out on anything, or, it can't come back on me and haunt me because everything was given out for free. And at the same time, it's a one-off collaboration and I'm not making any money off, that collaboration, neither is the prop firm. Unless, traders go ahead and buy their prop firm challenge, but that's not on me, as I'm not offering the discount codes on that end. All right, guys, that will be the stream for today. Again, I did mention the bigger moves in mind, but you have to remember there's a 4-hour candle closure coming. It can reach above here as well. Let's look at the daily here. So you can see there's wicks above here as well. So I won't advise to enter right away, but do look for the setup here and also the USD CAD setup as well here, right? Make sure all the conditions factors you keep in mind before executing a large range. And if you don't feel comfortable, then, we can come right back on the stream tomorrow and capture more smaller setups here. But profitable day, no loss. Some, at least the GJ one did not even appear, even a pip in drawdown for me personally. For some of you guys, no pips in drawdown and straight bullet all the way through. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. And as always, safe trading. And appreciate you guys attending the stream. Take care. And again, I'll see you guys tomorrow.